Lahat ng drama, lahat ng tawanan, lahat ng iyong all-time hits. Ang tanging huntahan ng Masang Lamaw. Number 1 sa Mega Manila, nationwide pa. Broadcasting from TGON, TVH Group of Networks. Dito lang sa inyong iisang himpilan. Cool FM. You are listening to Cool FM, live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews at noon.
Good afternoon and welcome to koolNews at noon. My name is Cairo and here are the headlines for this afternoon. In preparation for All Saints Day and All Souls Day, collectively known as UNDAS, the Department of Health Calabarzon has placed hospitals and health facilities in the region on code-white alert. Dr. Ariel Venecia, TOH Assistant Secretary, explained that this annual safety protocol enables regional health workers to respond quickly to emergencies. We anticipate a large number of people visiting cemeteries, so we must still take care of our health, especially as the rainy season continues, Venecia said in a statement posted Wednesday on the DOH Calabarzon Health Education and Promotion Unit's Facebook page. The code white alert indicates that all hospitals and health facilities are prepared to handle emergencies and provide essential health services. This alert will be in effect on November 1 and 2. Health officials advise the public to practice proper food handling for safety and to avoid packing perishable food. They also recommend being cautious with food that may have been prepared in unsanitary conditions. The public is also encouraged to drink plenty of water to stay hydrated, wear light-colored and loose clothing to help regulate body temperature, and apply insect repellent to prevent bites. To minimize health risk, the public is also advised to maintain safe distance from those coughing or sneezing and to frequently wash hands with soap and water or use hand sanitizers. Venecia urged parents to avoid bringing infants or small children to guarded areas. As much as possible, let's avoid bringing infants as we know children are more susceptible to illness. This is especially important during the rainy season, he stressed. Authorities confiscated 2 handguns and several sachets of shabu, crystal meth, while executing a search warrant in Pampanga's capital city of San Fernando. In a statement on Thursday, Pampanga Police reported that the San Fernando Regional Trial Court Branch 45 issued a search warrant against a suspect known as Goody for violating the Comprehensive Firearms and Immunization Regulation Act. When officers arrived at the suspect residence in Cuibiawan Village, they allegedly discovered 2.45 caliber pistols with loaded magazines and 16 sachets of suspected shabu. The suspect now faces charges for illegal possession of firearms and immunization, as well as violations under the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002. In a separate incident in Tarlac City, police arrested a man known as George during a bypass operation on Tuesday. The suspect allegedly attempted to sell a 12-gauge shotgun to an undercover officer in Aguso village for 15,000 pesos. When asked for documentation, the suspect could not provide a license for the firearm. He faces charges for illegal possession of a firearm and immunization. The Cebu City Fire Station estimated damages of 1.2 million pesos from a fire that broke out at the cinema of a mall in Barangay Mabolo, Cebu City on Wednesday evening, October 30, 2024. The Cebu City Fire Station received the alarm at 10:20 p.m., which was raised to false alarm. According to the report, the fire was declared under control around 10:50 p.m. and was declared fully extinguished at 11:10 p.m. The fire started at Cinema 3, located on the 3rd floor of the mall. Firefighters experienced difficulty in putting out the fire due to thick smoke, requiring them to use self-contained breathing apparatuses. The mall management promptly evacuated the shoppers, and no injuries or fatalities were reported during the incident. The Cebu City Fire Station is still investigating the cause of the fire. As crowds continue to flock to the Manila North Cemetery on Thursday for undas, the Philippine National Police said confiscated items upon entry can only be retrieved by visitors on Sunday, November 3 or Monday, November 4. LT Colonel Leandro Gutierrez reminded the public to avoid bringing prohibited items inside the cemetery. All confiscated items upon entry will not be returned immediately. They will all be returned on November 3 or 4 after all the events, Gutierrez said in an interview. Gutierrez added that the confiscated items can be found at the Manila North Cemetery office. He also said that those caught sneaking alcoholic beverages into the cemetery may face fines. They should not attempt this because they may face fines. We have a city ordinance for that, Gutierrez said. The Manila local government unit previously advised visitors that the following are not allowed inside the cemetery. Here are the following: vendors, firearms and sharp objects, alcoholic beverages, pets, guitars, loud sound systems, flammable materials, cigarettes, lighters, trampolines of private or political groups. The court estimate stood at 3,000 visitors as of 9 a.m. on Thursday. The PNP reported that 66 prohibited items have been confiscated so far, with cigarettes and lighters being the most common items. The PNP also said there were 528 confiscated items on Wednesday. And just a heads up, several areas in Metro Manila and Cavite will experience power interruption from tomorrow to November 2 due to the temporary shutdown of the Botantan and Ablasha water treatment plants in Muntinlupa City, the Manila Water Service announced. In an advisory, Manila said the shutdown was due to repair and maintenance activities starting at 12:01 a.m. on November 1st and ending at 12:01 p.m. on November 2nd. These activities are necessary to ensure the continued reliability of our water services, said Manila. As a result, customers in portions of Bacoor, Imus, Paranaque, Pasay, Muntinlupa, and Las Piñas City will experience a temporary water service interruption within a specific number of hours during the activity, it added. Here are the following affected barangays. For Bacoor City is Bacoor Molino III, Molino IV, Queens Road Central, Queens Road East, Queens Road West, and San Nicolas III. In Imus City, Pasong Buaya 1 and Pasong Buaya 2. For Paranaque City, Don Bosco, Marcelo Green, Marville, Moonwalk, San Antonio, San Isidro, BF Homes, San Antonio, and San Martin de Porres. For Pasay City is barangays 181 to 185 and 201. For Las Piñas City is Almanza Uno and BF International CAA. And finally, for Muntinlupa City is Sukat. Manila said mobile water tankers will be on standby and ready to deliver potable water as needed. It has also strategically installed stationary water tanks to facilitate supply accessibility. And now it's time for the weather update. After previously being under tropical cyclone with cyclone number 5, Batanes has been downgraded to cyclone number 4 as Super Typhoon Leon continues to move away from the province, the broadcaster reported early Thursday. As of 8 a.m. bulletin, the State Weather Bureau said Leon maintained its strength while moving northwestward near Batanes. The center of its eye was lost, observed 110 kilometers north to northeast of Itbayat, Batanes, packing maximum sustained winds of 195 km per hour near the center and cruise of up to 240 km per hour and was moving northwestward at 1 km per hour. Leon is now moving away from Batanes and heading towards Taiwan, said Pagasa in his weather bulletin. This super typhoon has reached its peak intensity while passing close to Batanes. Leon may weaken into a typhoon over the next 12 hours prior to landfall over Taiwan, it added. Due to the weather disturbance, the following wind signals remain hosted in several areas. For signal number 3 is the northern portion of Babuyan Islands. For signal number 2 is the rest of Babuyan Islands, the northern portion of mainland Gadian, the northern portion of Apayao, the northern portion of Ilos Norte. And for signal number 1, the rest of Cagayan, Isabela, the rest of Apayao, Abra, Kalinga, Mountain Province, Ifugao, the northern portion of Benguet, the rest of Ilos Norte and Ilos Sur. Pagasa Set Leon is forecast to move northwestward over the seas of extreme northern Luzon until it makes landfall along the eastern coast of Taiwan on Thursday afternoon. After crossing the landmass of Taiwan, Pagasa Set Leon would then turn northeastward over the Taiwan Strait towards the East China Sea and exit the Philippine area on responsibility either on Thursday night or early Friday morning. And that is it for the weather update. It's now 12:10 in the afternoon and we will get back into more news headlines right here on koolNews at noon. We will be right back.
Spritz Hard Seltzer? Is it soda? Beer? Hard?
No, it's a spiked sparkling sensation.
Low sugar, low calories, low ABV.
Refreshingly. Spritz!
Drink responsibly.
Si Vic Soto po ito. Alam nyo ba, kahit saan ako magpunta sa mundo, ang tanging tinatanggap na premium quality elastomeric paint ay yung gawa sa 100% acrylic. Hindi namumulbos, di basta kumukupas ang kulay, pangmatagalan. Para sa akin, yan ang gold standard. Kaya sa pagbili ng elastomeric paint, siguraduhin yung may tatak na 100% acrylic. Hanapin ang Davis Sun and Rain 100% acrylic elastomeric paint. Basta pintura, hanapin ang tatak Davis.
San Miguel Oktoberfest, bawat henerasyon kasama dito tayo magkikita-kita. Oktoberfest na. San Miguel Oktoberfest, walang katulad pagsama-sama dito tayo magkikita-kita. Oktoberfest na.
This event is for individuals aged 18 and above. Drink responsibly.
Mamadaming time sa lahat ng gusto nyo. Mamadaming time, Champion Detergent ang gamit ko. Champion na!
Sa Champion Quick Wash Technology, less time sa lavada, more time sa pamilya.
Mga kumares! Dimples Romana po! I-mega mackerel na! Malinaw na! Mega mackerel! Malaman pa! Mega mackerel! Maraming ways para iulam araw-araw! I-mega mackerel na! Biste ko sinigang! Mega mackerel! Sarsyado o adobo! Mega mackerel! Maraming ways para iulam araw-araw! I-mega mackerel na! I-mega mackerel na!
Hindi birong maging isang ina. Dapat hands-on ka sa maraming bagay, lalo na sa mga iniinom na gamot. Dapat ready ka. Kaya kapag may sakit sa pamilya ko, gaya ng sakit ng ulo, sakit sa katawan na may kasamang lagnat dulot ng sipon, allergic rhinitis o sinusitis, Simdex D ang ipinapainom ko. Gamot laban sa sintomas ng trangkaso. Simdex D is available in Mercury Drug Stores and other drug stores near you. Phenylpropanolol and hydrochlorichlorpinamide malate paracetamol is the generic name of Simdex D. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Also available Simdex D Syrup for kids and Simdex D Forte for adults.
Ay, bakit kaya may sakit na naman siya?
Mga kababayan, ang pagbabakuna ay subok, epektibo at ligtas na proteksyon na ating katawan laban sa mga sakit. Simula sa ika-7 ng Oktubre, sa pagtutulungan ng Department of Health at ng Department of Education, maaari nang makapagbakuna ng libre sa mga pampublikong paaralan. Sa isang bagong Pilipinas, bawat buhay mahalaga.
Hirap magpahinga? May mga gamot para dyan, pero relax. Mag-Efficacent Oil. Sa unang amoy at hagod, ramdam ang ginhawa na trusted by all. Unahin ang trusted ginhawa. Unahin ang Efficacent.
Methyl salicylate plus menthol plus camphor is a generic name of Efficacent Oil. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Mga kumares! Dimples Romana po! I-mega mackerel na! Malinaw na! Mega mackerel! Malaman pa! Mega mackerel! Maraming ways para iulam araw-araw! I-mega mackerel na! Biste ko sinigang! Mega mackerel! Sarsyado o adobo! Mega mackerel! Maraming ways para iulam araw-araw! I-mega mackerel na! I-mega mackerel na!
Mas matindi na ang init at ulan ngayon. Kaya dapat Elastosil na with Solastomer 3X formula. UV resistant, puno na flexible premium polymers. Matibay, 3 times sa tumatagal. Versus competing brand. Tag-init o tag-ulan, Elastosil mo yan. Pioneer, do it right.
Want awesome TV? You don't need 175 reasons to get it. You just need 175 in load. With Signal Load 175, you can boost your entertainment experience without breaking the bank. Enjoy 30 days of free-to-air, plus premium local and international channels like PBO and Cinemo, Cartoon Network, Nick Jr., Rock Entertainment, Tap Sports, and many more for just 175 pesos. What are you waiting for? Load through Maya or GCash and start watching today.
Pag in the mood for beach, time for Dunkin' Iced Spanish Latte.
Pag sweater weather, time for Dunkin' Brewed Coffee.
Pag nagkayaya ang magbike, time for Iced Americano.
Anytime is Dunkin' Coffee time. My hot and iced coffee for any moment, any vibe, anytime. Eh, ikaw? Time for Dunkin' Coffee, hot or iced.
Kulang na yung pensyon ni Lolo. May dagdag pa kaya yan?
Tropa, paano ba magkaroon ng pensyon?
Yung interest sa SSS at GSIS, pwede kayang mas mababa.
10 years na akong teacher. May makukuha na kaya akong pensyon?
Para bawat tanong, may sagot. Para isulong ang kapakanan at karapatan ng mga miyembro at pensyonado ng SSS at GSIS.
Para sa mas malakas at matibay na pension system.
SSS GSIS Pensionado Party List. Bawat Pilipino dapat pensyonado.
Hey you. Yeah, you. I know what you're thinking. You're craving something more. Something beyond the ordinary. Something wild. You want to explore. You want to connect. You want to feel truly alive. And you know what? You deserve it. So awaken that side of you. The side that longs for adventure. For the thrill of the unknown. Go ahead. Embrace the moment. Premier Condoms. Wild because you can.
Mayong adlaw sa atong tanan, among gipaila-ila kaninyo ang Magnum C Herbal Capsule. Tungod sa mga sangkap diini, ang Magnum C Herbal Capsule maayo sa mga taong daling hangakon, kulang sa resistensya o daling magkasakit, maayo sa kini sa mga nabughat o bina na pasmo sa kusog, lipong-lipong tungod sa anemia ug daghan pang mga balatian. Magnum C Herbal Capsule ay available na sa tanang butika, pharmacy sa inyong mga lugar. Magnum C Herbal Capsule, the most trusted by seniors. Hindi birong maging isang ina. Dapat hands-on ka sa maraming bagay, lalo na sa mga iniinom na gamot. Dapat ready ka. Kaya kapag may sakit sa pamilya ko, gaya ng sakit ng ulo, sakit sa katawan na may kasamang lagnat dulot ng sipon, allergic rhinitis o sinusitis, Simdex D ang ipinapainom ko. Gamot laban sa sintomas ng trangkaso. Simdex D is available in Mercury Drug Stores and other drug stores near you. Phenylpropanolol and hydrochloride malate paracetamol is the generic name of Simdex D. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Also available Simdex D syrup for kids and Simdex D Forte for adults.
Feeling good while you work. Cool FM.
Welcome back. In anticipation of All Saints Day, the number coding scheme has been suspended to accommodate those traveling for Undas and the long weekend. The Metro Manila Development Authority confirmed this in an advisory posted on its social media page. The implementation of the number coding scheme is suspended on October 21 Thursday to accommodate those traveling for Undas and the long weekend, said MMDA. Even on November 1 Friday, in observance of All Saints Day, which is a special non-working holiday, it added. MMDA then reminded the public to plan their trip, obey traffic laws, and drive carefully. According to MMDA, its hotline 1366 is open for any emergency on the road and questions about traffic laws, travel restrictions, as well as road assistance. The Philippine National Police Criminal Investigation and Detection Group on Wednesday filed an illegal detention complaint against 8 Chinese nationals in connection with a raid on a Philippine offshore gaming operator's Poco Hub in Papan Tarlac. PNP CIDG Chief Police Brigadier General Nicholas Torre III submitted a complaint affidavit to the Department of Justice, alleging that the 8 individuals unlawfully detained 2 Chinese nationals by forcing them to work against their will. They wanted to go home, they wanted it over, but they weren't allowed to leave, Torres told reporters. He noted that these 8 respondents had previously been named in an earlier complaint filed with the DOJ and are already in police custody. The complaint followed the March 13 raid in Pampang Tarlac, targeting Suwon Yuan Technology, where authorities rescued more than 800 workers, including Filipinos and foreigners. Dismissed Pampa Mayor Alice Guo is facing a qualified human trafficking case before a Pasig court and a graft case in a Valenzuela court stemming from the Poco raid. Earlier, a quo warrant of petition was filed against her in a Manila court, along with a petition to cancel her birth certificate in the Tarlac court. Guo is also under investigation for tax evasion, with 87 counts of money laundering, as well as a perjury and falsification complaint before the DOJ. On Tuesday, the Comelec filed the material misrepresentation case against her before the Tarlac Regional Trial Court. The Commission on Elections has approved the establishment of 110 technical hubs by Miro Systems joint venture, People Body's automation service provider, in all provinces and of the country to handle repair and configuration issues during the elections. Minute Resolution number 24-0861, adopted last Monday and made public on Wednesday, stated that at least one technical hub should be established per province and shall become operational from May 6, 2025 until the conclusion of the elections. Comelec George Erwin Garcia earlier said the provision for technical hubs was included in the contract with Miro so that faulty automated counting machines will not have to be brought to the Comelec warehouse in Santa Rosa City, Laguna for repairs or reconfiguration. In Metro Manila, the technical hubs will be set up in San Juan, Makati, and Valenzuela cities. In Cebu province, technical hubs will be located in Cebu, Carcar, and Danao cities, and Tudela town in the Camotes Islands. Northern, Central, and Southern Palawan will have technical hubs located in Coron, Puerto Princesa City, and Broques Point. Tawi-Tawi will have technical hubs in the capital Bongao, as well as in Mapon and the Turtle Islands, while Masbate will have one each in Masbate City, San Pascual Town on Burias Island, and San Jacinto Town on Ticao Island. Meanwhile, Tipo Body has uploaded on its website the certificates of candidacy and certificates of nomination and acceptance of all 183 senatorial aspirants. Last October 16, the Comelec approved the candidacies of 66 aspirants, while 117 others were subjected to petitions to declare them as nuisance candidates. Time for the international headlines. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said Wednesday that North Korean troops wearing Russian uniforms and carrying Russian equipment are moving toward Ukraine in what he called a dangerous and destabilizing development. Austin was speaking at a press conference in Washington with South Korean Defense Minister Kim Yong-hoon as concerns grow about Pyongyang's deployment of as many as 12,000 troops to Russia. The US and South Korea say some of the North Korean troops are heading to Russia's Kursk region on the border with Ukraine, where the Kremlin's forces have struggled to push back a Ukraine incursion. Some North Korean advanced units have already arrived in the Kursk region, and Austin said the likelihood is pretty high that Russia will use the troops in combat. North Korea's move to tighten its relationship with Russia has triggered alarms across the globe as leaders worry about how it may expand the war in Ukraine and what Russian military aid will be delivered to Pyongyang in exchange. Ukraine's UN Ambassador Sergei Plestia, speaking at the emergency meeting of the UN Security Council on Wednesday, said they expect as many as 4,500 North Korean troops to be at the border this week and to begin directly participating in combat operations against Ukrainian forces in November. Austin said officials are discussing what to do about the development, which he said has the potential to broaden or lengthen the conflict in Ukraine. Asked if it could prompt other nations to get more directly involved in the conflict, he acknowledged that it could encourage actors to take action but provided no details. This is something that we are going to continue to watch, and we're going to continue to work with our allies and partners to discourage Russia from employing these troops in combat, Austin said. Kim said he doesn't necessarily believe the deployment will trigger war on the Korean Peninsula, but could increase security threats. There is a high possibility that Pyongyang would ask for higher technologies in exchange for its troops, such as receiving tactical nuclear and ballistic missile capabilities, he said through an interpreter. Both Kim and Austin called on North Korea to withdraw its troops. Russia has had to shift some resources to the cross-border region to respond to Ukraine's offensive. U.S. leaders have suggested that the use of North Korean forces to augment Russia's defenses indicates that Moscow's losses during the more than 2-year war have significantly degraded its military strength. They're doing this because Russian President Vladimir Putin has lost a lot of troops, Austin said, adding that Moscow has a choice between mobilizing more of its own forces or turning to others for help. Already, he noted Russia has sought military weapons from other nations. Those include North Korea and Iran. The US has estimated that there are about 10,000 North Korean troops now in Russia, but others have put the number higher. And Lithuania provided an array of more than specific numbers and details to the UN Security Council. The European ambassador said up to 12,000 North Koreans were being trained at 5 bases in eastern Russia, including at least 500 officers and 3 generals from the general staff. In addition to wearing Russian uniforms and carrying Russian small arms, Lithuania said they will be provided with Russian identity documents, notably to conceal their presence. He said they are expected to be integrated into units manned by Russia's ethnic Asian minorities, including Uyghurs. North Korea's UN Ambassador Kim Son defended his country's growing military cooperation with Russia and said Pyongyang stood ready to respond if Russia's sovereignty and security threats were threatened. Earlier, a senior South Korean presidential official who spoke on condition of anonymity during a broadcast briefing said that more than 3,000 of the North Korean forces are believed to have moved toward combat zones in western Russia. A Ukraine official told the Associated Press that North Korean troops are stationed 50 kilometers or 30 miles away from the Ukraine border with Russia. The official was not authorized to disclose the information publicly and spoke on condition of anonymity, did not provide any additional detail. North Korea also has provided registrations to Russia, and early this month the White House released images it said were of North Korea shipping 1,000 containers of military equipment there by rail. A key worrisome question is what North Korea will get in return for providing the troops, but officials have yet to say specifically what Pyongyang may have requested or Moscow has offered. In their meeting at the Pentagon, Kim and Austin agreed to continue large-scale military exercises, increase cooperation on nuclear deterrence, and upgrade their abilities to deter and respond to North Korean missile launches by improving early launch warning systems, according to a fact sheet released by the Pentagon on Wednesday. Austin and Kim are scheduled to meet Thursday with Secretary of State Antony Blinken and South Korean Foreign Minister Chang Tae-yul at the State Department. And that is it for koolNews at noon. As always, if you have any news suggestions or feedback that you'd like to share, you can get in touch with us at tvhthephilippines.news@gmail.com. And join us again for more news headlines later with koolNews at 4. Until then, I'm Cairo. Good afternoon.